Alright. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Zunbil series of Crusader Kings 3 here on the Lord Master channel, in which we do have plans to go on the offensive again after we've tested the defenses of the Samnites, particularly in their forgotten heartland, where they're mainly based from. And apparently, even when they went to a war over a faraway land in the Arabian Empire, which are still ran by the Abbasids, which is a miracle in itself. But, however, they are weaker than they look on the inside, as far as I'm concerned. So things will get easier for us if we can, again, get our act together and know what the heck we are doing. So I would say, can we wait a few months or so? So that way our men-at-arms will be at full strength. And then, subsequently, the size of our levies would increase bit by bit as we're getting further and further away from the idea of them having independence and such. In which we're just trying to sway this man on our side, even though he's still going to be with us. He's one of our good ones. Intrigued. Badakhshan, look what it has. Saad is sung ancient mine. Main source of lapis lazuli in the world. More money, and I've always wanted more money. You may assume that the areas of the Badakhshan region may not look like it'll provide much, but no, this place has something. Especially that there's mining settlements. Don't forget about that. Taking all of this in future would be a boon for us, not to mention a large step in reclaiming our Hephthalite Heartland. Well, we need to get Changanian first. This would be the easier objective. At least for us. Brutal predations. Its inefficient senses. What are they doing over there? So we'll start next year, the war. And since they're going to be quite a ways there, we should move our rally point to here in West Turkestan. And for goodness sakes, station the men-at-arms, if you will. Every little bit helps. Plus I'm raising my new heir in Katana. He's becoming quite a swordsman himself already. But he's still got a few years and he's going to have a diplomatic education. So we can hope that he'll be as good as a negotiator as he is with Blade. As my predecessor, at least, some counties decided to apply harsh laws to keep the people in order in the Dread High. It is now my time to review the policies, set a path for my own decision. This is for Waksh, held by me, which is the one I inherited. Besides here, think of the other places. 23. don't really have dread. I won't apply the harsh laws across my domain. They might not like it right now. But we can only pray for, you know, not to have a peasant revolt. We only have 2 alliances, but they're weak ones, but I think we could take them on. And since they have a child ruler, and it's going to remain that way, so revolts are likely, and we'll be able to take advantage of it. Now a harrowing of a horse shakes me from a slight reverie. Looking up, I see a charger-born warrior slowly trotting his steed up the courtyard. Gunavarman, is that you? He looks down, bowing his head respectfully. I've come seeking a child. Katana is under your care, is he not? My very presentable head is rather offset by the approach of a watchful gun. Have no fear, I'm renowned in my own right. But a word of Katana's town spreads like wildfire and moves someone. I'll be honored to make his acquaintance and perhaps help nurture that promise. Train him? A wonderful idea. Yeah, why not? He should get that trait. I mean, gotta put it to use somewhere, right? And he will gain 38 experience in foot. So that would be another prowess up. Wonderful idea. You got it. So already, one would think, at the age of 12, he's participated in martial games, but in actuality, he was training. So that's another +1 to the prowess, as he just turned 13. I guess I made the right choice to make him my new heir, a designated heir, instead of my oldest. Now, if only we had the money to, you know, finance a little grand tournament, which I could do that, but obviously that sort of thing would be expensive. But I could see him participating in martial games if there are any nearby. One sec. Absence of martial. In the past few days, the neighboring manager has been visiting my court on his way to some holy site or something. Since his arrival, has been outshining me with his generosity towards my own courtiers, who have all been laughing at his gold with no dignity. Can't help but scoff when I see him surrounded by adoring courtiers for the umpteenth time. My courtiers. A purse here, good Induk, and some coins for you also, kind Osmeg, and for you, sweet boon, sweet honey cakes. Remember, riches are meant to be shared. Well, I do need prestige so I could get up to Lushraskin, so I'll say I believe he has overstayed his welcome. Prestige is the name of the game here. They don't cost much to reinforce relations, which I thought about implementing that very soon. Okay, we're a good strength here. This is outrageous. My steward satrap Bolzimir storms into the council chamber with a low, only close by. First, I'm directed to collect my home taxes, then I'll collect them again. You must tell her to stay out of my lands. The satrap made a counting error on the reads. I'm merely corrected by collecting the difference. Nothing more. Crusader. 20 years. Let me take a closer look at these hero ledgers. Free reign for 20 years, so clans will not like me, but they'll have to pay to contribute more to tax and levies just in time for, the war that is to come. And also, I believe it's about as good a time as any to reinforce relations, which again, this effect lasts 10 years and once in a lifetime. Steward to the Himalayans. These tribesmen from the Himalayan plateau are famed for being hardy, capable warriors and devout followers of their faith who can adapt to any adversity. They could prove useful allies. It's time to prove my contacts with them. So, increases the amount of and chance of receiving gifts of character modifiers and improves scheme resistance and prowess, or health, fertility, and dealing with stress from local social communities. And unlocks decisions to recruit more of these warriors, which will do that soon. So now, I've decided to reinforce relations with the Malian communities in my realm. They hail from the seemingly bleak, icy roof of the world, but even civilization, wealth, and culture can be found in remote mountains. Their ability to survive, endure, and thrive are abilities anyone can appreciate. It's good to be on friendly terms with these willful people. These here are just what this country needs. Now that I've been networking with the local Himalayan communities on my own, I've been looking into the possibility of recruiting some of their warriors to serve in my armies. Many hail from the indomitable Himalayan plateau, and thus indomitable in spirit themselves. Such warriors could be a great military asset to me. So we get 250 men. The Himalayan plateau is a dangerous, rugged land. The people who can endure such harsh conditions, from the perspective of outsiders at least, are truly some of the most formidable people in the world. Their warriors are considered brave and capable by many as a result. There are a number of such warriors living in the local Malian community, and I have long sought to make use of their talents. I managed to convince a number of them to volunteer to serve in my armies. A great addition to my military. So we got 100 levies, 100 light footmen, and then we have mountaineers, which are heavy infantry that are good against spearmen. Very effective in mountains, and more so when it's wintertime. There are only 50 of them. Now we're ready. And we can only hope for a short war where we'll take this area, and then wherever their army comes from, we'll fight them there. And then the next time we fight the Samanids, Badakhshan will be mine. But for now, it's Changanian. Costs quite a bit of prestige for this. Oh boy. 4 months. And I'll be out here. Yes, I'm stressed again, because it's wartime. But I'll tell you what, if we still got good money after the war, we'll do an activity that'll reduce the stress. Probably a feast or something. My cat with the bagans helps decline. House members can use the fabricate hook scheme against each other. That got me to thinking. Because I sometimes wish that he's the one that's gonna get on, not him. But maybe, perhaps. I'm not plotting at the moment. I didn't know that intimidation is an option. But that ain't gonna work, he's brave. So try this. I want to get a hook on that man. Preferably a strong one. That he should go, you know, become a monk, but still serve as one of the knights. That's my idea here. We're on the move. There's the Samanid army, led by this man. Likely gonna head for Paga. They do have siege weapons, so do we. Seven months for them. Well, we're gonna be a bit ahead of time if we can get lucky. There's a breach. No need to call allies. Costs prestige, you know. Large breach. Did what we could. And he's out of the Independence faction. As I round the corner, Courtier, I'm greeted by the sight of my cats. What have I got in the night? Going at it like the animals they are. Oops, I'm just gonna go. Cats will be cats. One sec. Okay. Now, who's the other unruly vassal? Well, I can't sway you, child. Well, you're actually intimidated, but I still want you on my side a little. Wait a minute, who are you married to? Oh, just some guy. Unlanded, no claims. Wasn't planning on learning any more languages anytime soon. For centuries, Khotan was a great center of Buddhist learning and culture in the Taran Basin. With myriads of monasteries and temples, legend had that the Buddha instructed several deities, the so-called 8 protectors, to stand guard over the city so as long as people stayed true to his teachings. However, one of the core teachings of Buddhism is the idea that all things are impermanent, and Khotan is no different. It is clear that the 8 protectors have abandoned the city. There are new rulers of Katana, particularly Tegan Osmish, whether a conqueror who swept into the Taran Basin, or a native who converted, and believes that the truth of the world lies in dualism. In a blink of the eye, the land and its people have transformed and begun to accept, honor, and worship the Father of Greatness, not Buddha. Nonetheless, there are reports that some Khotanese still loyal to the ancestral faith, including a number of monastics, have fled elsewhere. A new age dawns on the region, perhaps. So, what has happened now? is Khotan is now Manichaean, which is actually one of the Manichaean holy sites, which makes the fervor for Manichaeans increase, while all Buddhists have lost their fervor. So for the next few decades, Buddhist refugees from Khotan, particular monastics, may spawn in other nearby Buddhist realms, if there are any, and I'm not one of them. This is the man responsible. So, they took it. That is one large duchy. Yeah, they won in a holy war for Khotan, and therefore the modifiers for that area is now gone. And it doesn't help due to the an offensive war, which must have been a long war. And the lack of sheriffs there. So Khotan is not what it used to be now. We'll take this place easy, then we'll engage. My Courtier now so unfortunate. The rage in her eyes and Katana had blows closing. She thrust the cat in my face. It's my dear lady. I found this little monster among my things. What was it? Covered in bits? Was covered in piss. Just a Courtier. Good one, kidney. Gotta engage him now. We'll be there in 31 days. What now? As I exit my tent, the siege camp sprawls up before me. A sprawl of reds, browns, and blues. A tent striped with rows of sandy canvas, of hundreds of horses tied to crude pens and feeders jammed with hayseed, and of fires crackling as camp followers stoke cauldrons of bubbling stew. Flags flap and flutter along the horizon, and at various intervals fires burn, here and there. In tents and makeshift shelters, men huddle over fires, their faces smudged and gleaming with rain. My lower retainer approaches and informs me that the siege is ended. I get all I got to the edge to come. The Otak of Chaganian stands before me, a rusting heap of battle-torn horse, men, and steel. In the fields between, the dead and dying lie in two long rows, soot-stained and rigid. Bodies of dead townspeople litter the cobblestone square, and woman is on the verge of hysteria, surrounded by her gaggle of orphan children. Men look for me for direction. My bodyguard at night, terrified of me. I don't give a damn what you think. It's going to be part of our territory. Imprison them all. Some of them may have gold on them. Go get them. Pay up. After my successful siege in Chaganian, a cream hedgehog is brought before me. We found it in a holding and must have belonged to the vestige of Chaganian Milan. Well, I got plenty of cats. I don't need a hedgehog right now, so I'll sell it. Plus, money for the war effort. And ransom more. They don't seem to be backing off now. Okay, now they are. We'll catch them. They're 1 year in debt still, so this will be easy. No immediate effect here. I'll sweep him. Got him. Not a good person, despite his humility. Goodbye. Killed another one of them, and we got them all. He'll pay. All of it, yes. Unless he's one of the important prisoners. One sec. What's easier? Taking Kish would be easier. Instead of going up the mountains, which would take long. But I believe it would be best to take Kish, because lower fort level. Not to mention potential prisoners, and therefore get some money out of that. So head to there. Be going to Sogdia for once. Heaven forbid that we ever go take Bukhara in future. Brother-in-law lives there. Oh. Despite the fact you have cancer, I think you have a good chance of overcoming cancer. With that kind of health modifiers you have. My cat, Autobug, has been aside for many years. My past son does not spare cats. Sadly, even though she is still young and she has been distant and ailing as of late, she crawls in my lap and I can feel her trembling. I gently stroke her silver fur and listen to her purr longer than I. But as silence falls, I know she won't wake again. I'll miss you. 12 years and you're still around. Health is fine. First health is good for the new one. My son Firuz is a complicated man. I need to understand him if I'm as well as possible if I'm to convince people to take my son in any upcoming arguments. I will soon uncover the truth of him. People describe Firuz as both benign and abhorrent, which tells me more about the relationship to him than anything else. Also curious to know where people mention how often he puffs his chest and talks about tax levels. So yeah, he puffs his chest and says tax exception. If anybody gets that reference, you know where it's from. That was my first thought. Hell. Peasant rebel. That'll be coming in the future unless I get rid of harsh rule, which I will. During the morning today, I was granted an audience to local authorities of the Mazapanate of Ghazna, only to be informed that as of late there's been a significant increase in banditry there. They were swift to ask for local measures to cover the difficulties by hiring a special militia to patrol the county. Now, it's going to mean that the Mazapanate of Zabulistan has a long-standing rivalry with the affected county. My actions to help the Mazapanate of Ghazna might be badly interpreted. I'm looking. At least we've been getting some money. We'll get more out of it once we take Kish, and people would be willing to pay the ransom before I call that anymore. I'll try to use my intrigue. I'm willing to gamble on it. I am an ambitious man, but I will try to use my intrigue to definitely lie and manipulate the people there in the Mazapanet of Zabulistan. So for Ghazni, they'll get their control up with an additional militia. But 60% chance of failure, which will have sour rivalry. 40% chance of success. Failed to calm the rivalry there. So that economy took a hit. Well, controls increased slowly back to normal. Need your help with this. Have your wife. Pay up. I exit my tent. The siege camp sprawls out before me. A man-eating cat hide. Gosh, who are these people? Now here, a muddy square of ragged canvas and a sea of anthills, of wood fire smoke, of leather armor, of rust and dung. Flags hang limply in the rain fog there, whipped now and then by the wind. Everything is covered in a thick sheet of grey damp, like a mud-laden lake. My low retainer approaches and informs me the siege is ended. The Otak of Kish. It stands before me. A charred, charnel heap of rubble and bodies. In the fields between, empty carts dot the lanes, abandoned by panicked villagers. Stone houses stand dark and looted, windows shattered, frails dangling like tattered bandages. Smoke rises from flaming houses. Grieving widows weep into the smoke-stained bandages wrapped around their blistered, lacerated arms. Their screams echo across the blight-scorched battlefield. Loot it here. Daughter and heir of Samarkand. Imprisonable. On your way back. Got some important people to ransom. Get all the money out of them. So you're its brother, huh? You're the brother of Shapur. Alright. We won this one. That would definitely help with the fame gain. But now I'm gonna be on my way back, which will take about 5 months. Just me and the high road. The man of intrigue. I would want you to be on my side. Well, of course. But you'll soon learn to accept me. We've been trying to increase our acceptance with the Sogdian people. Fervent temple builders. There are plenty of ways. There are plenty of ways to try to get some more prestige and fame and fast. But obviously this would require a lot of money for it. I'm still feeling fine. Right. My niece is to marry Karan, the lion brave. Which is the man who I'd like to think that it's like I would love to vassalize him, but he's a very reluctant man. Even if you get his opinion up, he still won't accept it, even if I give him religious exception. You're a completely different faith, and you're of an isolationalist culture. And the only way to get him around it is that I would like to fight him in a vassalization war. Because I would like to have him as a vassal, and passed away. I had nothing to worry about now. Sway him. Keep your eye on that man. Since when did you take all this? Fighting holy wars, and now you want to go up to Khwarezmia. It's like we're occupying the whole of the Oxus. This side of the Oxus, anyhow. The Mad River, they call it. I don't think you're a large realm. No. That will not do. Sometimes we wish we could talk to them, but they're an evil faith. And also potential, potential rival. But they're duchies right now. He's got a long life ahead of him despite being physically weak, so it's only a matter of time before, he gets children himself. And then his dynasty of Karashah will be spread around. Unless they take the kingdom of Najaya, which isn't going anywhere anytime soon. And the old Khotanese rulers that were driven out of Khotan and took this. It would be messy if I were to get involved in, future wars against, At least those people up there can be reasoned with. Because I see them as potential allies against these Samanids, but unlikely since they're weaker than they were. So I'll decline. And we have about 5 years. In 5 years' time, if I get up to illustrious, there's ways to get more fame. Also, got a man-eating dog hide, and now we have a man-eating cat hide. It's like they ate their owners or something. Health is bad. It's a long-lived cat. Easiest thing in the world would be sacrifice a goat for prestige gain. Ritual offerings. The Sadet Festival. Hunts. Yeah. Yeah, well, let's do that. There's no better place than here. Sacrifice a lot of goats. Which will be for reputation. That's all I want to know my devotion to this goat sacrifice, so that way gain on this. Lose extra stress if I'm ambitious or arrogant, which I am an ambitious man and I want to get rid of my stress this way. So, let's do that. I was drinking water. According to our traditional Zenist beliefs, goats are held in high regard, sacred even, for they represent purity, as not to mention the importance of goats to our survival and our prosperity. Therefore, to sacrifice a goat to the heavens is perhaps the greatest sacrifice I could perform, even as a Shah. Let's get ready. As a Zunist, there is one chief deity we mainly sacrifice to. Zun, of course. We will bring the goats to a local shrine, or some in the more remote valleys or mountains, untainted by the pollution of impurities, where we can be closer to Zun. May Zun accept my sacrifice. I'll gain only 50 prestige, but I could either have 25% chance of nothing, 29% chance of minor, 25 major, 19 great. Got a minor blessing. So, I received a minor blessing from Zun the Justice Giver. So a little more monthly prestige and renown, as well as lifestyle experience. Gotta start off small. As well as trying to get rid of stress. Oh, god dog it. What did you do? You're not patrolling anymore because you decide it's like, no, I don't want to marry her. You divorced her. Now, around the corner to find Katana and my high shaman Goshan engaged in quite a debate. Not an argument, as far as I can tell, but rather a spirited exchange of ideas. Katana, his eyes bright, is fervently attending some religious ceremony in great detail. Goshan, to our credit, appears to be treating Katana as an equal, despite their differences of years. Such elegance, such wisdom. He didn't become shrewd. I would have loved him to get shrewd. Just to show that he is about as brilliant as he is strong. But oh well. My courtier Rostam approaches me to the guard of my camel. I'm sure you've heard, but the latest fashions that everyone's talking about is cat fur. It'll reflect well to keep with the trend. Are you talking about killing my cat because of fur? What the hell do you think you are? Absolutely not. Cat's family. if I had more money, I would have loved to, You know, I never had a personal weapon. And I've been more of a sword user myself. So, very competent in this craft. So I guess we'll get a basic sword. Family's model. You got it. Why don't you have a core precision? For goodness sakes. Same for an antiquarian. I'm sure all poor at doing so. We do have a good caravan master though. Although he's wounded, but when he gets better, he'll get better. Would it not be wonderful if heroes owe me, not out of fear, but out of gratitude? If I, for example, were to save him from vicious bandits while he was out traveling. Indeed, vicious bandits like the men currently waiting outside the castle gate. I would charge them with my guards at the last moment, driving them off and leaving heroes in life debt to me. Strong, huh? Yes, so simple yet so convincing. It's one way to get rid of him. It's not Zunist. Oh. Did not cause his house disunity. And yes, I know he's not Zunist. And we try to convert him. Perhaps in due time. In due time, we'll get together again. You got it. I think it's time for raiding season, don't we? Just 1 second. Just want to know, Yamana guest. Isn't he the man that's making a sword for me? No, that's Karan. How much? 100? God dog it! I mean, I don't want to be out in the field. Take me off command. No, thank you. So we'll be raiding down there. At least you want to go up to raid for Ghana again. Whenever that recently loaded modifier goes away. We're not allies with Gujan. That expired. So, open season to go raid and head to these rich areas. Especially in Jellum. Now we know where we're going. I think the best way to do that is do a grand term. If you want, the best way to get prestige is a majesty tour. So, we'll do it after we raid. I think a majesty tour would sound ideal. Now, with this coming of age, my tuition of Katana has an end. Even as a child, he always had a way of words. Therefore, it's unsurprising he's taken well to the study of diplomatic relations. With an excellent grasp of all matters of etiquette an understanding of all kinds of entertainment, and eloquent screw of it, he will have little trouble navigating life at court. He's a charismatic negotiator and a bumbling squire. 6 diplomacy. The continual growth of Katana has crept up on me when I look at him with a peer's eyes. All that time ago, I had seen his potential and resolved to nurture it. I had little idea to what expect then, but it's clear that my efforts have not been in vain. Katana stands face to face with me, smiling, and despite our familiarity, I can't help but feel the natural pull he exudes. There can be no doubting it. This man is marked for greatness in some mysterious way. I am certain that I've done the right thing by aiding his journey along the treacherously woven path of fate. It's been an honor. So, Luz is destined for glory, but now he is tool of fate, so this character's natural magnetism marked them out from a young age, and their nurtured talents set them apart from his peers, so... Oh my goodness! No prowess loss from age! And he gets monthly prestige and monthly renown whenever he's the house head. 20% plus monthly lifestyle experience, and a general opinion plus 10. And with him having that diplomatic education, even though the diplomacy skill is average, even though he's got a vengeful trait. But I think he's expected to be one of the greats if he survives his service as a knight. A strong knight. He's good in all this. If he gets better at it, perhaps. He is destined for greatness. And plus, I did not even mention his diplomacy skill increased by 4, martial increased by 3, stewardship increased by 4, intrigue increased by 4, increased by 2. Oh my goodness. I missed that part, and now it jumped up. Now he's good at just about everything except for learning, but it's always with the learning. Oh, I don't think I ever groomed a character like that before. I made the right call. Now, in my personal opinion, I need to find a way to get rid of Ferus. Because I want him to be, eventually that he'll be of the Zunist faith, not the old Zunist. Why on earth would I want to do that, but... yeah, perhaps we'll do that later on. Because I'm 60 now. Oh, I gotta find ways to keep myself healthy for another couple of years. Son? Where are you? Well, I don't think it would be a good idea, but... you're in the army now, son. As a matter of fact, we have this feature which I never used. Accolades. You can't do that to your son and heir? I don't know what's missing, but... or is it just not yet a member of VIET? Hang on. He is a commander, but not a knight. There's a difference. We'll do it after all the raids. Bitter feud between the two. Yipe. Watch your back, hello. Several prominent members of the local Himalayan community recently gifted me a sizable amount of herbs and traditional medicines from the mighty mountains of their ancestral homeland on the Tibetan plateau. I am told that these herbs and concoctions are found nowhere else and will help me maintain my health in the long run. Amazing, I've received it. Delighted to receive such a gift. A major gift of Silk Road medicine. Alright. Definitely help me with the stress loss. Because it's just what we need. with her diligent administration of my household's finances, there is more gold at the end of this season than expected. I should be put it to best use, husband. Let's save it for now, for the upcoming Grand Majesty tour, because we need to become illustrious, so that way the next time that we fight against the Samnites, we need to take Badakhshan. He'll take command. Some of them have been raided already, so we need to go straight to Jellum, where the most of the loot is. You are one of the knights, son. Hang on. There it is. Just what we need. I like that. Skirmisher. Or pike captain. Well, our skirmishers mainly consist of Pamiri tribesmen, which they do well in mountain fighting. So a skirmisher contender will do. Truest of the guard, that'll be your accolade. Yes, it'll cost 3 prestige, but that'll be it. So now you're an acclaimed knight. If we can only put that to use. His attempt at gaining glory is laughable. I got some of that back. Recording out here and some muffled meows. Sit in alcove is Yozino. The knight cradles his arms. The feline looks up at him adoringly. Limbs tuck it in like a baby's. And the spindle Yozino rocks him lovingly. I offered a greeting, but though the human response to the cat merely purrs contently and rolls face to a crooked arm. Smile myself, feeling something of a pang of jealousy. Oi, give my cat here. Gonna be there in 8 months. Yeah, we could definitely increase the size of the Pioneer tribesmen, which we can afford it. But they're all in raids now. So that would definitely help us for the future conflict in Badakhshan. I'm headed for Chambers to Joyce's place to sleep till I faint rust in the window. Just the wind, I think. So the wind starts to speak. Shazia! Open up, my dears. It's I, Jim Wood. Pushed the shutters open, lo behold, the man is caught up to Shazia's window. It's my vassal, Jim Wood. By the darkness! Have you no shame? Guards! The darkness? Well, we are a sun religion. I had to marry someone else. Sorry. Money's saving up for the future grand tour. brings a gray elephant before me. In my search for animal statue menagerie, I have come across this elephant. The animal questions how it's a luxury of beauty. She's quite the aggressive creature. Jiminy. That elephant's got to be high maintenance compared to my cat. Well, I'll say just take it to the market. Sorry about that. I mean, I'm not keeping an elephant. I don't want to give it a chance to squash my cats. My lord, my beneficiary, Karan approaches with a wide grin. Sweat dripping down his forehead, smoke smeared across his face. I've toiled over the forge many days and nights. But finally my work is done. He presents me an object wrapped in cloth. As I unveil what is hidden beneath my eyes grow wide. A folded iron sword of excellent craftsmanship. On a blade, there's a description that reads, Owned by Shah Gunavarman of Zunbil. Dare to be triumphant. Raid speed. Damn, I should have taken command of that army. The raiding party. But it gives you more prowess, nevertheless. Plus, that sword of mine makes sense. It's not just for prowess, but faster raid speed, because we have a habit of raiding. Just don't let these bastards catch Jellum before the others. There's a lot of loot to be had here. But keep in mind, they have been expanding for some time, so we don't know how strong they are, so don't overstay your welcome. If only I was out there with you. Plus, how much does it cost? Unfortunately, there's only one vassal because all the others are... Well, they're all part of the army, you know. Knights and everybody. And some with internal issues. Yeah. Some are serving in the army, and the others are the raiding party. And the others has issues. Internal issues. But that's alright. Oh, my friend just died. You'll do. You'll be happy to know that you're in the council now. There's plenty of good loot here. So I want to start off with the richest. Oh, they're coming. Run, boys. Well, I always must do everything myself. How can it be expected to rule over Zunbil when half of my servants are incapable of following my orders and the other half does not even understand them? Just endure. Look at the size of it. That's why I said I'm a little bit afraid that the army might be just as of similar strength to ours. And they're on their way. So we gotta flee up to this here mountains. So that way we'll have the higher ground. So that way we'll have the higher ground. Make them rethink. Assassinated. No, no, no. It's a good thing that my religion is equal, so we can have female counselors, especially unlanded ones. And since the council's pretty content, we should work towards foreign affairs to gain more monthly prestige. Because prestige is the name of the game. War profiteer. Majesty focus for more prestige. Yes, yes, yes. Hold your ground. We're waiting for the other army to may come here. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, move. 50. Excellent. So we'll just raid across the Gandhara and then come back home. We don't want to stay here too long. Because I think this is the acceptable amount of money that we'll have so we could start this tour. Shiver slightly and draw the covers close to me. This wretched malady had me feeling miserable for days now. It's showing no signs of abating anytime soon. As I fiddle with the covers, a happy meow announces the arrival of my cat, Layid. She looks at me with a vague air of concern, performing an elaborate lap on my sick bed. Finally, with a small, self-satisfied settles down to knit at the blankets, eventually curled up in my crook of my elbow. Ah, have you come to keep me company, Layid? Small health boost. Stress reduction. Yay. Look, I'm a cat person in real life. I'm just used to being around with a cat for the last 5 years. We have your wife. Pay up. All of it. So just raid across there and then we'll be at the border. You ask me to name it after me? Narendra Dicha, that's an Indian sounding name. Give it that. Indian sounding, Sanskrit sounding. House Unity is now antagonistic, which means we now have the ability to have an unlimited access to the invasion caster spell. And all caster spells require a specific level of fame to require one less. So victory, white piece, defeat have various effects on Zos' opinion. So now it costs less prestige to do so, and we'll have more to the advantage. If we had more landed house members. Which means whoever want to, we can, you know, basically do the invasion of all of Transoxiana, taking not just Badakhshan, but Sogdia, Otrasana, and Fergana, all in one. The Samanids have been expanding a little this way, but we can definitely destroy the entire nation basically by invading Transoxiana. In fact, that would be one large step towards forming the Hephthalite Empire, one would think. I mean, I'm still going to be, well, not going to be around for too long, despite the cat helping me with such a thing. And all this. All these health benefits. You're established. who knows how much prestige it's going to cost for an invasion of Transoxiana. So I got a limited time on Earth now. Radicals versus moderates. Over the last several months, two religious currents have started a quarrel for the influence of Inner. One of the currents is based on radical beliefs and want to increase the strict religious following of my domain populace. The other is a more moderate nature and doesn't want to interfere so much with the running of the everyday life of the peasants, as long as the modicum of respect is in place. Unfortunately, I got politically embroiled in the issue as both parties outsmarted me, now I face the need of having to choose sides. Well, I got some degree of diplomacy, as I'm dull and shy. I'll just diplomatically extricate for the political quarrel. I want nothing to do with this thing. Although, I wouldn't mind losing piety for religious tolerance. Well, there is some possibility of peasant upgrades. You know what? Side with the moderates. So by siding with the moderates, I'll gain the favor of the peasants of my domain while losing piety to deliberate avoidance in following religion to your letter. If you're either zealous or callous, you will gain some stress. Conversely, if you're cynical or compassionate, you will lose stress by favor of the moderates. If you are zealous, you will also lose a level of piety. I'll side with the moderates. I was going to avoid it, but I had second thoughts. It's better to keep the people on your side, especially that you live in a religiously diverse country such as Afghanistan. And as well as Khorasan and Kutal, and soon rest of Transoxiana. Her cup runneth over. My steward, Giamut, has been reviewing the tax ledgers and identified a few inconsistencies regarding those collection records. Inconsistencies that amount to nearly 140 gold. The only logical reason for such discrepancies as well has been embezzling from the crown. I called her before me to answer these accusations. It's true, my liege. I am somewhat ashamed. I implore you to see the cunning of my actions, a skill you might avail yourself in your future endeavors. Dare you embezzle me? So I'll say you will return what is owed immediately. You will give me that money or I will have you arrested. Convinced to allow the return of the money. Thank you. But you're still criminal. I got my eye on you. A few more areas and boom, we'll get all the loot in, all that prestige, and we're gonna have ourselves a good time, with the possible exception of that peasant revolt that's gonna spring up soon. Yep, now these areas were looted years ago, but now it's raidable, if that's even a term. Actually, based on that amount of gold, Courtiers will be the one last place to raid, and then we'll be home. found an heir. 50 gold. Oh, the salmon. Oh no, you are attacking the salmonid. Very well. I thought it would be the other way around. But who knows? Very good. Now let's see. Wait, before you even think about it. Yeah, I know it'll break the truce, but you have to look here. Be realistic. Not only the level of fame is a less than, which typically you have to go up to, what do you call it? Exalted among men to invade. Well, this is what this is for. You got internal matters down there? Ah, peasant uprising. And you over there, you got your own issues, and you are trying to expand into Coasmia. You're clearly failing at that. Youths. All of you. Let's do it. Go up to here, 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 and then here and back. Doesn't seem to cost much. God, these mountains. I have a bad feeling about traveling through these parts. And who's coming with me? The better question is, who's the regent? No, not you. You're the regent now. And hopefully boost the crown authority up to high. I've seen it happen before where it just bypasses that innovation where even if we don't have high crown authority, the regent can, you know, increase that. So I can use that to get rid of equal and put it up to male preference if everybody approves. You're being replaced. Cost prestige doing that. We'll get it all back in no time. I want everybody to come with me. I'll even have the damnedest furniture that we'll have, the biggest prestige gain. Spending half of it. So what's more valuable? Mercenaries or mountaineers? Mercenary guards. Because there's only one of this and less of that. increased control would be good, because there's always control issues somewhere. Actually, we'll take a little detour through Bamiyan. Yeah. Then once you reach Zam, actually go this way. Just trying to find safer routes. Less than chance of danger. This is definitely going to take up the rest of this episode, so let's get started. Silk Merchant is doing fine despite the fact she's a gouty drunk. And then this mercenary captain here of Khorassani origin. This is a majestic tour, not about money now. Our money is good. So we're just going to get a whole lot of prestige till we get illustrious, which will be high likely. It's not the first time I catch my knight, fiddling around with some flowers, but picking along the road. Sometimes I even hear him sighing, overlooking Rodan's holics. Vage says, it's not a secret that my heart's found a new home far from. Alas, my soul aches for Shipal. My desires no ends. Her eyes, her hair. I long just salute to die for work. Please, I beg you, let me stay with her. Well, I am a gallant man back in my day. Her eyes are certainly beautiful, and her hair looks soft. Even though she's quite feeble. Why the hell not? Do a romance game. If you succeed in romance, it's a prestige game, you know? If she were a landed character, and has nobility, not lowborn. So I'm impressed by winning a sparring match. I recruit one of my most senior soldiers to set up a Rukaj. We practice our routine after each day's ride. Once we arrive, we begin to spar in the main courtyard. A crowd gathers, their cheers soon draws none other than the brave Shipal. The soldier fights violently, but I disarm with a final flawless thrust. I kneel before her and declare my noble intentions. I dedicate this victory to you, Shipal. Bring you on us my only desire. My dear staff speaks for clearly fired. Why else would she be smiled thusly? She won't resist my charms for long. I think I know a cure. Nope, he got pneumonia. Near death. You stupid man. You're just some courtier who just came along to be with his entourage. What other areas has control issues? None. I'll try to get some control up to lessen the danger. Maybe too little too late. Alright. Let's begin. Lose stress and gain a little bit of prestige, but we'll hopefully gain more in return. So you're already at tier 1 because of the furniture I decided to bring with me. This evening I'm seated next to Miraman's spymaster Arduksh, watching as he sighs into a plate of vomit. Truly I grow tired here in Kabul. I long to elevate my station. My talents are wasted here. And later but thinking of stepping off you back in Zamindo while I could really show what I'm worth. Parliamentary Junior, but can I really steal the look from him? I don't think it'll be wise. So I'll just say, eek. Well, of course, come with me. Refuse to let her go. An ever-presence. More majestic. Crud. We'll have to deal with that sooner or later. The State House Unity doors this way. We'll do that once this is over. The meal this evening has been to die for, but the chefs keep piling the food high. I noticed my guest better. Is scarce touching what little it puts on his plate. Though lack of appetite would be fine at any other time. And the Emir seems to be getting assaulted at a member of my entourage. Just pick it and poke it at their dish. I'll make excuses for him. Just want to lower my stress all the way. Who dares? Liberty. Oh yeah, Peasant Revolt's about to break out. We should, where is that at again? Yeah. Here's what we're gonna do. Raise the local army. No, just raise men-at-arms here. That'll be enough to handle. Another evening of merriment draws to a close, and I find myself locked in conversation with such of all people. Before I know it, the room's become a silent save for our conversation, and everyone's hanging the next word. Though a little awkward, I'm sure I tell they could do something tragic. The story was impressive. Right, now time for a tribute, not in money, but in prestige and renown. You refuse to fight the authority? You know, you do have that Bamian land that I really want back in the future. So, we can imprison you at any given time, whenever the realm is stable. Now you're traveling across dangerous country here. Good to know, whenever we get rid of our internal issues. Word is reaching me that my plans is interrupted. It's no longer possible for me to pay a royal visit to Ba. Next phase has been skipped. Crud! That's because of the army here. These satraps. Because we're here to deal with a peasant revolt that's about to break out. And same. Damn it. I guess we'll just have to turn around and go home. Hang on. This was terrible timing. Stop. Just turn around and go home. Waste of money and resources. Because of these damn peasants. Spelling of war horns have reached me even here in Zemindor. I'm en route to attend my grand tour to that bastard leader ground of the peasant will declare war against me. Much of the planning of preparedness. So get to I can manage things from here. It's only going to be over momentarily. Lessons learned. Make amends here. And did. We got him. We got the bastard. Now look here. Would you like to be, would you like to serve? Because you got the skills to be another one of our knights. It's just a bit of mold. Oh, I'm ill. But do not worry, you got a bunch of other health benefits that can help you out. Hang on, where the hell am I going? You're supposed to turn around and go home. Stop that. You're traveling to dangerous country. Yes, this way. Turn around. No one is necessary. Thank you very much. You're a novice physician. At least we'll gain plenty of prestige. 600. Just short by that time. In the Zunist faith, we observe our own rituals and our beliefs. We still hold Buddhism above all other religions, express a kinship with our beliefs. It's quite common for Zunists to practice Buddhism in conjunction with the traditional Zunist worship. I'm now here in Bamiyan and have an opportunity to attend a sermon and learn all about the Mahayana faith, since we do have Eastern syncretism. Ooh. I must simply attend then. Made a friend, but you're still criminal. Like say, hey, I'm gonna imprison you. And since you're good to me. Like I thought they would be more, you know, inclined to accept it. But we'll still make a little gold out of this. Visited the Buddhas of Bamiyan. Now be careful. This here's a little dangerous. It wasn't total disaster. 600. Short of a level of fame. May have to do another activity here. I enter a local tavern at 2, weary from the travel and thirsty for ale and rest. My quiet contemplation is disturbed by the sound of a slamming fist on splintering wood, followed by a scornful spit. That abhorred lummox! We should be calling that Bampada Shah. We should be calling him a lumbering fool. I try to keep my profile low, but it appears that my Shali manner, not kingly, Shali manner, and Zunbil and my garments are giving away. Let's take us over if the situation escalates. Say it to my face, you swine. 0% chance that I get killed by this man. But I may get wounded. And I got wounded. You know, ill, wounded. I'm gonna die. Oh, you failed the wound treatment. I'm definitely gonna die now. I'm at my wit's end here. Turning a bend on the path, we come across a group of people covered in dust, emerging from what must have been an impressive tomb. They hoist the burlap sacks that jingle and jangle, weighed down by the trinkets they have dug out of the ancient bone. Times are hard, dear Shah. Our families must be fed, and we're not doing harm to anyone among the living. Near looks at us with some trepidation. She clearly realizes it does not look good for them. The Shah deserves his cut. Pick out the precious treasures. Prestige. 9% chance that I'll die. 5% chance that I will get scarred. 85% chance that I'll recover. I recover. Well, now I must recover from my illness. That wasn't a pilgrimage. What? Gained 200 prestige and 60 renown. And in addition, since I got 2-2, so that's 600 prestige and 50 renown. Ah, damn it. Just short of it. And we're just short from becoming illustrious. While I may not have long to live, because I want to start the invasion before I pass away. Because that would be ideal. Damn, past a month. Which would have helped with the prestige gain. Let's hold a feast. To make up for it. Just a feast right here. No need to go anywhere. No cost. Great prestige gain, yes. Perhaps befriend one of the vassals. Well, they're all probably busy. Ah, just recreation. And the honored guest should be one of... yeah, you. You need to come over here. And I'll be willing to spend all this just for that. Servants run across hall, bringing the final decorations, and some of the guests yet to arrive. I'll indulge myself at this, drink of the fire. Oh, I see the spots of fresh coal already. We have a lovely time ahead of us. Let us hope that it'll be enough to get up to illustrious. And our guest of honor is traveling from Bulk. It's going to take 4 months for him to get there if he doesn't get killed out there. Keep track of him. Plus, it just increases opinion towards me, so he'll drop the Liberty faction thing. Hey, would you like to be Zunist again? No, 2 years. And then we'll ask him. Ought to be careful with him. He's paranoid. There's not going to be a murder feast. And before his arrival, every time I close my eyes, I see Chappelle's face. Sleep will not come. I cannot wait another moment. Cloaked in shadows, make my way to avoid get Saadad's palace. The sight of Chappelle's chamberlain makes my heart stutter. So close yet so far. Oh wait, who is that? Climbing up the tower. The shady figure stops by Chappelle's window and unlatches the shutters. My Rose is in danger. I must save her. Sounds of the struggle above is the greatest motivator I've ever known. Without care for life or limb, I hoist myself through Chappelle's window. I feel as if I plunge into a frozen lake. As Chappelle's on the floor, the intruder pushing her down, a gleaming blade between them. With a roar, I grab the villain by the collar and throw him into the wall. The rest is a blur. When the danger is over, I turn towards her. Chappelle, are you alright? I ask cautiously. As if my words were a spell, she finally freezes, throws herself in my arms. Thanks, Zun, you are here, Gunavarman. Only 10 prestige. One sweet kiss is the only reward I crave. Every little bit helps. Welcome. Thank you very much. Now, get this back under control. And get a seneschal. You'll do. Guests are gathered in the great hall. Lords and ladies from the near and far reaches of the realm. One of my favorite things is to watch people get intoxicated. Hear them talk a lot more than they should. The mood is bright, the spirits are high as the feast begins. Welcome, friends. Eating was well underway, drinking a little too far when Katana decided it was time for some horse riding. My stables were locked up tight, but with the guidance from Sogan, Katana soon led a group of eager riders inside. With absolutely no control over my animals, there was swearing, laughter, and broken bones as men and women fell from the horses ambling around the hall. The other creatures in the stables did not get away much easier, and one goat nearly caved in under the weight of Enu Shivan. Stable hands saved those people for themselves. Lost of prestige. Not what I wanted. Is there anything more jovial than a good feast? Guests throng to and fro, eating and chatting while flickering the torchlight plays off every wall, light bouncing like laughter around the hall. I happily settled in a corner seat, chatting with a few interesting people. It's good to get a chance to be social without being overwhelmed for once. Sometimes it's nice to simply sit back and enjoy the little things in life. There's good folk to mingle here with. All my guests are in good moods. Feast sprawls closer and we're able to look back at the escapades of Katana and his drunken band of merry makers for years to come. Keep me in your hearts, vassals. Yeah, I've exposed the relationship between those two. A loud crash resounds through the great hall of one of the doors service corps bricks. In a blurry tumble, my vassal, Agbad Shah, and my courtier Nazaran spell on the floor in front of him. To imagine that they had such a secret. As Fujian once, eyes wide on my words, I realized what I just admitted to. I struggle to push through and take it away. I've had too much, I try to get up. Don't trust what I say. Oh no, he knows that I killed one of those people in the past. And I was doing this whole feast while I was ill the entire time. Few candles survived as last guest has left. I could hear servants lighting out sighs of relief as doors closed. Food is still warm on the ceramic plates. Soon, word will reach every corner of the realm, and every noble worth their salt will know my magnificence is unparalleled. With everyone headed home, with their bellies full of exotic delicacies, I'm proud to say that the feast was a success. Nevertheless, I'm still grateful this endeavor's over. I will not lose stress. It's, you know, I'm a shy person, typically, but I had to do something for the prestige. And little glory for Katana. And with that, it's all done. Ale, wine, ale, fine food. What better relief from the troubles of the world than their nights of revelry? As each phase ends, I find myself planning for the next. Not really a gregarious person, but I have other pursuits. Still not enough. But really, really, really close. But there is another way. If you have the money for it. And that is something we do not typically do. Maybe go visit the market, spend on some things. Or fund the construction of the Khanat. These typically help you gain prestige. So, but alas, we've run out of time here. So in the next episode, if this character is going to be around for just a few more years, just a few more years, please. And I do not want to launch an internal war against them just to say, hey, like, hey, and then he rebels, and then we beat him, and I'd get Bamiyan back. My issue is, well, it's the house unity thing. We gotta start going the other way again. And we'll use that to launch the invasion of, so we still have a truce which is set to, hang on. You're losing this one war there, and the other is this peasant uprising over there. Always good. And another, well, oh, we may have a problem. We may have a conflict with these Tibetans up there. The Kashgar, that they want a piece of this. And of course, my son and heir. He's destined to be one of the greats. Revigorating friendship. At least he's keeping the family close. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, in the next episode, we're just going to get prestige a bit more. And then we will steer the house unity to the direction towards antagonistic. And then, what the heck else? If I'm going to be alive for long enough for at least 3 more years, I'll see to that I can... No, it'll probably be too late for medicine focus at this point. We'll figure things out. It's just our future is to reclaim the Hephthalite Heartland. Whereas this one's just recently started, but pretty much they got their hands full. And when I launch the invasion, Samanids are not going to matter. And it's entirely possible I would also be at conflict with Kashgar in taking all of this. And so, we'll see what happens in the next episode, ladies and gentlemen, because it's about to be one of the big ones. So, see you in the next one. But until then, so long for now.